A person should never be sour. A person has to have panim yafais to another person. And a person can't be too sweet. Devash, a false, dripping sweetness. You need to be a genuine person. God forbid you're having a difficult time, don't take it out on another person. And don't try to fool the next person. Be genuine. Reb Gershon was v'chol sa v'chol davash lo yisaktiru. If he had a tough time, it was inside of him. And when he was sweet, he was very sweet. Genuine. And that's why we're all here tonight. And that's why Rosh Chodesh Adar, which is a union of Simcha, is connected to someone who is a great soul and continues to inspire us even today. Give me 3 minutes. The Igud HaRabbanim is the voice of authentic Torah Jewry. We are a large tent, musmachim from every legitimate yeshiva. And yeshiva Rabbeinu Hananel teaches and explains is Shechina. The collective voice of the Rabbanim is Shechina medaberes mitoich geroinoi. That's our mission. Devar Hashem zoi halacha. New York State has just passed a terrible, horrendous law that tries to include us into what is called shvichas damim, killing the fetus in a late trimester. Where is the Koil Gadol of Borough Park and Crown Heights and Muncie and Monroe and Teitelbaum, Newtown, every place? There needs to be ads in the newspapers. Every Rav and every Shul and every Rosh Yeshiva and every Rebbe has to say, we have no part in this. We have to be Meicha. You imagine the state of New York and its governor who represents us speaks this way. And the person in Virginia who is a governor spoke, and he's a doctor, also spoke this way. We can have no part in this Shvichas Damim. Chazal tell us where there's Shvichas Damim, there's also Gila Arayis. And this is following the reinterpretation of marriage in the state of New York. Where is the Macha? And where is Avodah Zarah? The Avodah Zarah of America today, for some, unfortunately, has become Bashamayim Mimal Aretz Mitachas. What? We're saving the earth. Global warming, global change, all the narishkeit. But to keep the mitzvahs of Gila Arayis and Shvichas Damim and Avodah Zarah, not to do these things, I think it's very important for the Igud HaRabbanim not only to be moicha, but we need to begin to focus on leading positive messages, not only protests. A protest is good because it's a reaction, but we need to have action proactive. If saving a life is not a Jewish concern, what is? Think about it. We're in Maimonides Hospital. The great Rambam, he looked into a person's eyes and he said he knew exactly what he needs to do. He said the soul is reflected in the Einayim. That was his chiddush as a doctor. And the holy Rambam, what did he do? He paskins. And he adjudicated. And he tells us that aborting a fetus, especially late term, is a ritzicha. Ladies and gentlemen, to the ramparts. The Neshei U'B'nai Yisrael have to come out as Noshim, as B'nai Yisrael Keshedim. Not only rabbis. Because people sometimes think it's only the men, but the ladies come out. Under the guidance of your Rabbanim and your Rebbitzins and Gedolei Yisrael. But I think this is a good way to do it. That the majority of the children that are being born in the city of New York are in the Jewish neighborhoods. And we have nothing to do with a governor who pushes Ritzicha, 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 Gila Arayis, and who knows what else. If we're not doing it for ourselves, we need to do it for our children. If we're not doing it for our children, we need to do it because we're Mushba Mahar Sinai. And I think that when we are quiet when it comes to Shvichas Dam and Rahman al-Itzlan in Eretz Yisrael by the enemies of Eretz Yisrael, and we don't demand of the government of Israel to save the lives of the Jewish people who are living in Yehuda and Shomron and Yerushalayim and Bnei Brak and everywhere else where Jewish people are living, and we are not encouraging them to build the wall to protect the Jewish people, and we are not getting involved in American civic life, encouraging to build a wall to save American lives. What are we talking about here? Pikuach Nefesh. Can Pikuach Nefesh come and become a political issue? In a world of Shvichas Damim and Gila Arayis, yes. But in a world we have Einei Ha'eda Rabbanim are thinking correctly. And I'm not so concerned about how do I sound and how do I look and how will it appear. You don't have to worry. We have to worry how do we look and how do we appear to our Balabatim and most importantly to our Kadosh Baruch Hu. If not, we shouldn't be Rabbanim. Give the job to someone else. Either the Rabbanim has to take a very strong stand, proactive. When it comes to Eretz Yisrael, whatever protects Jewish life, that's the party that should be voted in. That's the only concern. Because saving life is Deicha HaKol. In New York State, and I'm from Connecticut, we also have to speak up. And I think if enough people will speak up, things are going to change. But they're not going to change if we are quiet. My dear friends, with your koyach and with your support, and the Chaveri of the Yigud HaRabbanim are going to start supporting the organization the way you're supposed to. Bekisa. We need to support our organization to make it strong. Not for any personal reason, but that we should have the Koil Gadol to be able to reflect the voice of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that emanates b'chol yoyim v'yoyim bas Koil. And we are the ones who have to make sure that this bas Koil is heard. And if we will do this, then HaChedesh Asher Nepach Lahem Miyogin L'Simcha will be a Hatzalah Porta, and then there will be a Hatzalah Gedolah. We'll go from Chedesh Adar to Chedesh Nisan, Nisan Nasala V'Yiseinu, and we'll be Zeicha with Mashiach Tzidkeinu to go out of Galus, B'Nareinu, B'Skeneinu, B'Banenu, B'Vneiseinu, Gesundheit, happily, with our strength and with our everything that we have physically and materially, in a good way.